Imagine your manager sends you this file and says, can you quickly prepare a report from this data? And when you open the file, this is what you see. Everything sitting inside one single column: invoice number, vendor code, currency, amount, and department, all mixed together in one text string. Now this is very common real life problem. You may get data from ERP systems, emails, exported reports, payment files, or vendor statements, and most of the time data is not clean. But your manager doesn't care whether the data is clean or messy. They just want the report as soon as possible. So in this video, I will show you how to extract this data properly using different Excel methods. We will use flash fill, text to columns, Excel text functions, and Power Query for doing this. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which method to use in what situation. Let's get into it. First, let's understand the data. Now in this column, we have the invoice number, the vendor name, the amount and the currency, and the department who raised the purchase order or whoever has utilized that particular transaction or funds. What we need is we need to separate all of them into 3 or 4 columns as shown on the right side of the sheet. These are the things which we need, and from there we can create our pivot table very easily. The invoice number is here, the vendor code is here, the currency and the amount is here, and the department is at the end. So our final output should look something like this: invoice number, vendor code, currency, amount, department. This is what we need to submit as a clean report, and that will also not be a report, that will be just a data set to prepare a report using pivot table or maybe Power BI or some charts. Now let's solve this step by step. The first method which we are going to use is flash fill. Now flash fill is the simplest method, and let's see how it works. So the response, the result which I would be expecting over here is nothing but this part of the string. So I will copy this and I will paste it over here like that. And to get the remaining part of the result, what I need to do, so I've told Excel that this is what my response looks like. I will come to the next cell of the column and then I will press Ctrl E, and that does the job. Now how things are happening in the back end, it's like you gave a response to Excel and Excel is figuring out the pattern behind that response, and it is giving you the remaining result based on that pattern. This is the quickest way to extract things out of a complex text. Same thing we can do for vendor code, currency, amount, and department. Let's do it quickly. So I will go to this cell. I will extract this part alpha. That's the name of the vendor or vendor code. And then same thing I will do for currency. So currency, I would put this USD, Ctrl C, and paste it over here. Amount 1250.00, that's the amount which I'm looking for, and paste. And here sales is the department which I would be going to use over here. Now one by one I will apply the flash fill shortcut, Ctrl E. It gives the result. Looking at the result, Hotel India Juliet, Hotel India Juliet, looks like it is working fine. For this case also, Ctrl E. USD is the common currency. Even if it was some other currency and if it was only in 3 characters, I think we should get the result for different currencies also. For the amount, let's see, Ctrl E, and it is picking up the right amount. Here, look at this, 450.75. That is the difference here, 875.50. So based on the first one, it is figuring out that you are looking for maybe the actual integer part. So what I will do in this case, I will type the next result also, so Excel can get little more understanding. And then when I paste it, now I will apply the flash fill and let us see if it is able to get the correct result. So Ctrl E, and now it is able to give me some more results. Here you look at this, 450.75. It has not picked up the 75 portion. So here I will undo again, and rather than giving this result, this one is more appropriate, 450.75, which is this line. And now when I press Ctrl E, Look at the result. It is able to pick up all the results perfectly. So basically what you need to do, you need to give Excel enough responses so that it can understand the variations of your responses. When you gave 1250.00, what was the most important part? 1250. So it extracted that. But then it understood like you are only looking for this integer part, the main part, not the decimal part. So by providing this particular result, we forced Excel to think like I am looking for the two decimals also. They are also important for me. So then it went into the same logic and everywhere, look at this number 0.25, 0.5, wherever it was required, it was able to identify the logic. So you need to give enough responses so that it can understand the pattern with clarity. Same thing we can do for the department, Ctrl E, and I think there is no problem in understanding the department pattern. So that's how the flash fill works. Now let's explore the next method, which is text to columns. Now how text to columns works is that based on something, it will split the column. So I am having this data set, which is exactly same as the previous one. I will select this. I will go to the data tab and then here text to column option is there. What does it mean? From text, we need to generate multiple columns. So when I click on this, it gives me two options and this is the preview of our data. One is fixed width. If I go next, look at this. Based on the fixed width of number of characters, it is dividing the data. So it found some pattern that there is some uniformity over here. Maybe I'm looking for the invoice number. So invoice number should be broken down over here. So I can click and decide how much width I want. In fact, this is starting before the space. So I will move this line a little bit right. And that's the first thing which I would like to have. So this can work for the invoice number, but for the other parts, if I click a line over here, it will not be able to function properly because it is getting the separator, which was that vertical line or pipe, also in the text. So this is not a fixed width problem. I will go back to text to columns and then I will select the next one, which is delimited. So I select delimited and click on next. Then what it helps is it is giving you some delimiters. Delimiters are nothing but separators. So what is separating your text which you are interested in? So in this case, you can see majority of the time it is the vertical line. So I can go over here and type this vertical line character or the pipe and look at this. It is dividing it into 4 parts because there were 3 points of those symbols. When I select this other section, without this, it is like one single string. But when I select this with the proper identifier, then it splits them into 4 parts. And do we have any other separator? I think we can also go for space and look at this. It has divided it further into the spaces. I will go to next and this is my scenario. Now here what I will do, I will first select where to put the things. So this is the place where I would like to import my things. Starting from this. So what we have got several parts of our text and we need to decide what you want to do with those parts. So the first part, INV space, that is not what I am looking for. So I will select this and I will say do not import this column. Then I will select this one, which is important for me, and I will say that this part should be a text part. If you want a number, you can go for general also. Then this part, I am not interested. This part is a text part and I would like to keep it with me. Then USD is also important for me. That is also a text part. And this is the amount. This one we will keep it as general. And the last one is also a text part. So you can decide between general, text and the date parts and all. Once these things are done, we have decided what to skip and what to keep and the final location. Currently, the location is defined as the original area, original range. What I would do that start from here. Start from here. So let me remove the original part and start from this cell. And when I click on finish, what it does, it gives me my invoice numbers. These are my vendor codes. That's the currency. Amount is also coming perfectly fine. We can see the decimal numbers 0.5, 0.75 and all, and that's the department. So this text to columns will work when you are having a clear-cut identifier where your text is being separated. And this time we saw that, so main separator was that vertical line, but we were also able to further separate it out based on the space. So imagine if a space was not there today, then we would be able to divide it into 3 or 4 parts. And after that, we would be doing something like find and replace to remove this INV from the invoice number, VND from the vendor codes, and the USD out of the currency and the amount. So those kind of things we would have done extra. But for now, this is working well and fine. After this is done, we would be going for creating our reports using a pivot table or something else as per our manager's requirement. So today we learned flash fill and text to columns to clean our data set. Now the problem with these two methods is that these are static. That means if my data changes, let's say this 1250 becomes something like 1550. My results are not changing. The clean data or the clean columns are not getting updated, both with the text to columns as well as with the flash fill. In the next video, we will talk about how to make it dynamic so that when the data updates, it should still work. We will be using functions and we will be using Power Query method also. So this is it for the day. We covered flash fill and text to columns. And if you found it useful, then press the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you are visiting our channel for the first time, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get regular updates related to whatever concept we are posting. We are regularly posting a lot of useful content on Excel and Power BI every week. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.